Ready to find out why you need to pack painter's tape when you're going to Disney World? These strange things better find their way into your suitcase. Hey everybody, it's Chris for AllEars TV and AllEars.net. Today we're talking about the weirdest things to pack for Disney World, and you're bound to be surprised by at least one item. And we didn't make this stuff up. This list was compiled directly from AllEars.net readers, social media followers, and our cast who have joined the conversation to help fellow viewers know exactly what to take to survive Disney World. So get out your notepad. It's time to start making your packing list. First up, sponges. Yes, sponges. Reader Denise R. packs cut-up sponges soaked in dishwashing liquid, then dried. We use them to wash out our cups and assorted other stuff. Unless you're staying in a Disney villa, the only sink in your Disney World hotel room is in the bathroom area. You could buy dishwashing liquid in most hotels, but bringing your own sponges could save you money and a trip.
I bet Denise has kids. Or I bet this tip is great if you do have kids, because then you're washing out like sippy cups and bottles and things like that. I personally don't bring cups with me to Disney World, but if you do have something you're gonna be washing out, maybe you've got like your travel mugs, maybe you've got your Disney cups, you've done the soda refillable mug, maybe you've got kids and you've got bottles and stuff, so yeah, I've personally never packed this, but if you have something you think you're gonna wanna watch, pack it.
Denise, sponges. It's a weird one. But I don't hate it. I get it, you know what I mean? Because when you go to Disney World and you get a souvenir cup or a souvenir bowl, that cute little Mickey Pants bowl that you can get with the ice cream in at Plaza, that's fun, that's good. Except then you have a little souvenir bowl full of sticky chocolate sauce, and you have a bag with space for it, but that bag also has your cell phone and your camera and your kids' drawing of Bambi that they made at the animation class in Animal Kingdom the day before, and wait, I drew Bambi. Do you want to see? You don't want to get chocolate sauce on this. So you go rinse it out in the water fountain, and it's a dramatic experience. But here's the thing: if you had sponges, it wouldn't be a dramatic experience. So I don't hate this because I wash a glow cube.
Okay, Denise, this is extreme, but it's also kind of genius. So I'm a little bit torn as to how to address this. I don't think it's necessary for most people. You don't need to soak sponges in dish soap and dry it and pack it and bring it to Disney World. But if it makes you feel good, and Denise, it sounds like this level of preparedness makes you feel good, and this is how you'll enjoy yourself the most when you're here, more power to you. Bring on the dish soap soaked sponges.
Reader Vicky S. packs painter's tape. They commented, painter's tape covers the little lights that seem to be on everything in a dark room, and it's good for closing the chip bag. That's okay, pretty genius. Plus, it's not a huge thing to throw in your bag, nor is it something you can buy at the hotel.
Painter's tape? Closes chip bags. I might be doing that in my house soon. You know what I hate? A stale chip. Nobody wants a stale chip. Nobody wants the joy of seeing your favorite bag of potato chips. Imagine it. I don't know what your favorite is. For me, it's probably like a kettle-cooked jalapeno or maybe a kettle-cooked salt and vinegar. And there's nothing worse than being like, oh baby, a nice new bag of Chippies. You dig your hand in there and it's stale? Horrible. You want the crunch. You don't want that flat, sad chip. So yeah, if you're gonna have chips in your room, it's not a bad idea to bring painter's tape. I've never thought of that before, but that might start happening in my house.
I never would have thought of this one, and I won't lie to you, I can see the uses. I find the chip bag closure compelling. I love a leftover. I don't know if I would use it to cover up little lights in the room because I personally am scared of the dark. But that said, I can see the uses. Also, it's like I wouldn't tell you to pack painter's tape, but I wouldn't tell you not to pack painter's tape. You never know, So if you're an overpacker, maybe now you need to add painter's tape to the things that as you're heading out the door, you're like, wait! Let me get the painter's tape, just in case.
This is not about the little lights on the appliances. This is about your inability to sleep. We got to get Vicky on a proper sleep routine, all right? No caffeine after 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. I don't know, read about it on the internet. You've got to drink lots of water, okay? I want you to get in bed an hour before you have to be asleep in order to get 8 hours of sleep. I want someone to give you a foot massage. Download an app, something that has a meditation on it. Do you like the sound of rain or the sound of oceans? Because you need a noise machine. How about an eye mask? But you definitely don't need to bring painter's tape to Walt Disney World. Vicky, let me help you.
Reader Heather W. added, "That's actually brilliant. I'm going to do this next trip. I can never sleep because there's light coming from everywhere." And our friend AJ from Disney Food Blog used to bring painter's tape to make tracks for her son's toy cars in the room. All right, before we get to any more weird items, we want to remind you to head over to All Ears socials on Facebook and Instagram for more Disney World throwdowns. Then after this video, head over to AllEars.net to leave your reviews for everything Disney parks related, hotels, restaurants, rides, pretty much anything that you've experienced on your Disney and Universal vacations. Your opinion is what makes AllEars.net the go-to website for Disney fans and trip planners around the globe. Be sure to check out that site right after we talk about a few more weird items you want to pack, like an over-the-door shoe rack. Okay, hear this out. Reader Carolyn L. said, an over-the-door shoe rack to keep hairbrushes, toothpaste, anything to keep off the counter. Seems like this might take up a lot of room in your bag, but it could be useful to avoid all that counter clutter.
That's genius. Because especially in some of the smaller rooms, the bathroom counter is not very big, and I'm a scatterer. When I go into a hotel room, I'm like, my stuff is everywhere. My makeup's everywhere, all your stuff, and I'm just me. So I can imagine, especially if you've got 4 people in one room, stuff everywhere. And an over-the-door door rack wouldn't take up much room in your suitcase because it could lay flat, and then it allows you to like have stuff in there so people's stuff is all over. I like this idea. Good job, Carolyn.
And I gotta say, this one is the one that I'm having trouble with so far. I like to bring one small bag, so it's the only thing I have to carry. I know it's not always the wisest, but it's what I do, it's who I am. I don't hate the idea. I actually think this would really apply if you're staying at like a DVC villa or like an Airbnb, honestly, because then you've got kind of one place where all of your little stuff goes and you're not losing it. So it's smart. It is smart. It's just there's no world where I'm putting a shoe rack in my bag. Besides the front door, a lot of Disney hotels don't have any like doors unless you're getting connecting rooms. But a lot of the hotels, it's just like a sliding door in the bathroom and then like maybe a door into like the extra like toilet room, but probably not. That's probably a sliding door too. And some of those sliding doors you could hang a shoe rack on, but some you can't. Listen, if you are bringing a shoe rack, or you're just really interested in the doors question that I'm asking, what doors are what, you can find out by watching any of our resort hotel tours. You just watch them. I promise I'll show you all the doors, every single one of them. You think of a hotel? You're thinking of a hotel? Are you wondering about the doors? I have a video for that. Go watch. Shameless plug with Quincy.
I used to do DOP kits and organizers, and you know what I do now at 40 years of age? Ziploc bags. I'm so sick of getting toothpaste all over a nice leather bag that I've purchased to carry around my toiletries, that I now use a gallon Ziploc. I throw everything in there. Something's gonna open and spill all over everything and ruin it. So you know what I do when I get home? I throw the bag away. And how do I keep it from getting cluttered on my counter? I throw it back in the Ziploc, I close it up, and I stick it under the sink. Case closed.
The next item up for bid. Sorry, got carried away. Let's talk hangers. Amy M. said, I used to pack a suitcase with just hangers. Never enough in the hotel room. At the end of the trip, leave the hangers in the room and use the empty suitcase for souvenirs. Keep in mind that if you do leave anything with the intention of the housekeeping staff being able to take it, like soda or those hangers, you should leave a written note saying that's your intention, or they won't be able to take it home and it will likely end up in Lost and Found.
Okay, here's what's written on this script for me to react to. Do you really need that many hangers? Me? No, because I've never hung up anything out of a hotel room a day in my life. I leave it all in the suitcase like a monster. Occasionally, I guess, I might hang something up if I have like a dress because I'm going to something like a little fancier. But as far as like my day-to-day park wear, it stays in the suitcase. I live out of a suitcase like a wayfaring traveler when I'm in a hotel room.
Hangers? I like it because it seems to me like you're an organized lady. And you also probably go to Disney World for a long time and you probably hang up all your clothes and unpack things and put things in drawers and then put your suitcase away in the closet where it's out of the way and not on the floor. And that is admirable. And it is not how I live my life. My personal favorite mode of hotel room organization is to just kind of keep everything in the suitcase, which never works. It slowly expands out of the suitcase and gets just dramatically, but it's all technically still in the suitcase. Because as I see it, if you don't unpack, you never have to pack again when you leave. Oh my gosh, do you unpack and then as you use stuff, put it in your suitcase? Like if you're not gonna use it again on vacation? That's genius. I don't know why that's never occurred to me before, but wow, you could unpack and then you could just put things back in your suitcase as you go on the trip. This seems so simple and yet so far-fetched. I'm having like an existential crisis right now.
Amy, I kind of have to say I see where you're coming from here. If you've got a lot of fancy clothes, I personally have never been in a situation where I got into a hotel room and there weren't enough hangers for me. But if you need to hang up all your clothes because they're nice linen dresses and pantsuits and things like that that'll wrinkle if you don't hang them up, then I understand why you need to bring some hangers. My concern for you is going through security, okay? TSA. What's that like? Do they go through every hanger individually? That seems like a lot to me, but if it's not a problem, I say, do you, Amy. Bring your hangers to Walt Disney World.
You can use the drawers provided in your room for clothes storage, but if you prefer to hang everything up, you could consider a suitcase full of hangers. However, we can't guarantee the TSA won't judge you. Next up, a power strip. Reader Julia B said, a power strip helps with all the technology that seems to go with a Disney trip anymore. While most Disney World hotel rooms have a good amount of outlets, including USB ports, a power strip could come in handy if you're charging a lot of electronics.
All right, Julia, I know where you're coming from here. In the past, outlets were a lot harder to come by in Walt Disney World hotel rooms, but after recent remodels, they've started adding USB ports and a lot more outlets, conventional outlets in the rooms. And I don't know if a power strip is necessary anymore. I mean, only you know how much tech you and your family travel with. And if it is enough that you truly need those power strips, bring them. But count up, okay? Really count and see how many outlets you're gonna need. Don't just bring it because you think you might need it, because that's a bulky thing to pack in your suitcase if you're not gonna use it.
A power strip. I actually think this is a good one. Do you know how many electronics I travel with? Granted, when I go to a Disney hotel room, I go with a lot more stuff because I'm working, but like, I got a camera, I got a phone, I got a laptop. If you've got multiple people in that room, that's multiple laptops, possibly multiple cameras, maybe some tablets. And most rooms don't have that many power cords unless it's been updated recently. So I actually think a power strip is a very good idea.
Listen, there's a lot to charge in Disney World nowadays. I mean, when I'm in a hotel tour, I have to charge like my laptop, my phone, my camera, and my power bank. That's 4 things. And I'm alone. I'm taking up 4 outlets. The refurbished rooms have more outlets. You might be a little safer, but the older rooms, bring that power strip. More power to you, Julia.
It seems like a trip to Disney World requires a lot of electronics now, so if you have to charge multiple phones and external batteries, this could save everyone an argument over who gets what outlet. Before we reveal the weirdest item you might want to bring to Disney World, give us a like, click on that thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video. And if you really want to be part of the fun, be sure to follow us on social media at AllEars.net. Got it? Good. On we go. And the weirdest item to date award goes to dipping sauce. Reader Lisa V said, dipping sauce for my chicken nuggets. I hate barbecue, which is all the parks seem to have, so I bring my own sweet and sour sauce to the parks. Okay, that is one we have never heard before.
Honestly though, I'm gonna commend you. Lisa feels like you're a sauce kind of lady, and I'm a sauce kind of lady. Most of the time food, honestly, just a mechanism to get sauce in my mouth. So I appreciate your commitment to sauce. I have had hot sauce in my bag before. Like when I find hot sauce at quick service restaurants, I often take a few extras and toss them in my bag. That way, the next time I want hot sauce and there isn't any available, I have some. So I don't blame you for bringing your own condiment. I think that's ingenious. Do what your heart desires. And if you want to dip a chicken nugget in a sweet and sour sauce, do you. Do you.
Lisa, you win. I was not told that I get to decide who the winner is, and I don't even know if it's a competition, but I'm gonna say that it is and that you win and that I do get to decide because this is absolutely genius. You're right. Barbecue sauce is a lackluster dipping sauce for chicken nuggets. And you know what? They do mostly have barbecue sauce in Disney World. Sometimes they have honey mustard, but it's not even the best honey mustard. Like, it's good, but it's not the best. And I love this ingenuity. But my question is, where are you getting this dipping sauce? Where are you getting the sweet and sour sauce? Because they only give you like 2, McDonald's or Wendy's. You could ask for more. But like, are you going regularly and asking for more than you're gonna use and then stockpiling it? Is that what you're doing? Or have you found a bottle of sweet and sour sauce in the grocery store or on Amazon that you're bringing? Where is it coming from? Where can I get it? These are the questions I have for you, Lisa, and you alone. Where are you getting your sweet and sour sauce?
Lisa, that's a lot, okay? You're bringing your own dipping sauce to Walt Disney World, okay? Now, if that is what makes you feel comfortable and helps you enjoy yourself the most while you're there, more power to you. I'm just not gonna recommend that to anyone else. What is interesting, talking about sauces, is that you can't find hot sauce in Epcot Center. Other parks, they will give you little packets of hot sauce, not in Epcot. You can get Chinese hot sauce, which is a little bit different. It's kind of like see-through over at Lotus Blossom, the quick service restaurant in the China Pavilion, but everywhere else, no hot sauce to be found. So if that is important to you, then by all means, bring hot sauce to Epcot Center. I recommend bringing the packets. Don't bring a bottle of hot sauce or any kind of sauce to Disney World that's gonna open and get all over your stuff.
All right, before we let you go, it's time to ask our cast about the weird things they pack for Disney World, and somehow just gets weirder.
Couch pizza. This is not an exaggeration. If you put leftover pizza in tin foil, you can just pop it in your bag and then you have it. For when you're hungry or you need to hold off for the next dining reservation, or your family doesn't want to eat and you want to eat, or you're in line for Rise of the Resistance for 2 hours. Couch pizza.
Tea tree oil and cinnamon toothpicks. All right, I like to chew on them. They freshen your breath. They come in really handy, doing what they're supposed to do, picking out food from your teeth. They're just an all-around great thing to have. They're entertaining, they're delicious, and they're very useful. I mean, delicious in the sense that please don't eat your toothpicks. Don't consume them. You don't want to swallow them.
Mine is Ziplocs. I love having a Ziploc. They come in so handy for so many different things. If you've got treats that you're not gonna finish all of, most of them can go nicely in a Ziploc. Not like a Dole Whip, obviously, but like a Rice Krispie treat, a caramel apple, popcorn. Throw it in a Ziploc and keep it in your bag so you have some snack for later. Like if you get wet socks because you rode Splash Mountain, or you didn't listen to me and you thought Cali River Rapids would be fun, now your socks are wet and you don't want to wear them anymore, put them in a Ziploc. If you want to protect stuff from the rain, like if it starts raining, or you're going on a water ride, you can put like your phone and your electronics in a Ziploc and put it in your bag. That way they stay super, super dry. Ziplocs, I promise you, come in much more handy than you think they will, and you will find a reason to use a Ziploc when you're in a theme park.
bag of pills. I got a plastic bag full of ibuprofen, Tums, Lactaid, whatever I might need, it's in a plastic bag. And that has saved my life many, 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 many times in Disney World.
I'm seriously going to have to think on some of that stuff. But in the meantime, let us know the weirdest thing you bring to Disney World in the comments. I'm smelling another one of these episodes in the near future. For now, I gotta go pack. This is Chris for AllEars.net. See you next time.